Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's story takes us to the heart of Africa, where love and war are intertwined in the most unexpected ways. Set in the vast golden lands of the Zulu kingdom, we will witness a tale of forbidden love, deep betrayal, and a war that almost tore the kingdom apart. This is the story of the warrior's bride, a love that sparked a war. In the kingdom of Zulu, there was one warrior who was unmatched on the battlefield. His name was Thabani, and his strength was legendary. He could defeat 10 men with a single swing of his spear. In the eyes of King Mzilikazi, Thabani was more than a warrior. He was a symbol of power and pride. They called him Indlovu, the elephant, because like the mighty creature, Thabani crushed his enemies with relentless force. Yet, beneath his hardened exterior, Thabani harbored a secret that no warrior's skill could protect him from. Far beyond the hills of Zulu, across the great Umfolozi River, lived Nomusa, the daughter of Chief Komthunzi. Nomusa was unlike any woman Thabani had ever met. Her beauty was undeniable, but it was her sharp mind and fiery spirit that captivated him. She wasn't just a princess. She was a leader, a strategist, and above all, a woman with a heart that burned with passion for the things that mattered to her. Their first meeting was by the River of Peace, a neutral ground where rival tribes gathered. It was there that their eyes first locked. No words were needed. There was an instant connection, and in the quiet moments by the river, a forbidden love began to bloom. For months they met in secret. Thabani would cross the river at night, sneaking past the guards to be with Nomusa. They spoke of everything, of their hopes, dreams, and the future. In the safety of the dense forest, under the cover of waterfalls, their love flourished. They exchanged letters, carved words of affection hidden in calabash gourds, messages that could have cost them their lives if anyone had discovered their secret. But the more they loved, the more the shadows of betrayal crept closer. The land was full of spies and whispers, and what was once a peaceful connection began to stir the winds of danger. In the royal court of King Mzilikazi, rumors began to spread. Mamba, the king's trusted advisor, was a man with his own dark ambitions. He knew of Thabani's secret and saw an opportunity to destroy him. Mamba whispered poison into Mzilikazi's ear, filling the king's mind with doubt. "Your prized warrior," Mamba said, "is in love with the daughter of your enemy." The king's rage was immediate. He summoned Thabani to his throne. When Thabani arrived, he could see the fury in the king's eyes. There was no hiding from this. There was no denying it. Thabani spoke plainly. "Yes, I love her, but I have not betrayed you. I love the enemy's daughter, but I do not love the enemy's cause." But words of loyalty were no match for the king's pride. Thabani's punishment was severe. He was stripped of his title and banished from the kingdom, cast out like a common thief. Exiled and alone, Thabani crossed into the land of Chief Komthunzi. But there he found no welcome. Nomusa's father, a wise but ruthless leader, was not quick to trust the man who had once been his enemy. Yet Thabani was desperate. He knelt before the chief and made a humble plea. "I have lost my kingdom, my title, and my place in the world," he said. "I have nothing left but my love for your daughter. Please let me marry her." Chief Komthunzi, impressed by Thabani's sincerity, gave him an impossible choice. "You may have her hand in marriage, but you must win it with more than words. You must prove to me that you are worthy of her by securing peace. Or prepare to fight for it." But fate had other plans. The treacherous Mamba had not finished his work. His lies about Thabani building an army spread quickly. War was imminent. The once unified Zulu kingdom was now divided. Thabani was no longer the king's warrior. He was the enemy. Mzilikazi rallied his people for battle, declaring war on the man who had been his closest ally. The drums of war rang through the land. Two armies prepared for a showdown, and at the center of it all was a love that had become a battle cry. The battle began at dawn, with warriors clashing on the twin hills. The ground shook as thousands of soldiers rushed into combat. Thabani, leading a ragtag army of exiles and outcasts, stood tall against the king's forces. He was no longer fighting for land or power. He was fighting for love for Nomusa. In the heart of the battlefield, Thabani found himself face to face with King Mzilikazi. The two men had fought side by side for years, but now they were enemies. "You betrayed your people," the king shouted. Thabani's voice was firm as he raised his spear to the sky. "No, I betrayed hatred, not my people." Just as the battle reached its peak, Nomusa, unable to watch her love die, ran between the two men. "Then take me too. For I loved him first," she cried. The battlefield fell silent. Warriors stood frozen as the two kings gazed upon the woman who had defied them both. It was in that silence, in that moment of love and vulnerability, that peace was born. The warriors laid down their weapons. Even the fiercest of men couldn't deny the power of love to halt the winds of war. And so the war ended. Not with a death but with a marriage. Thabani and Nomusa were wed in a grand ceremony, uniting not only their hearts but their kingdoms. The river of peace, once a symbol of their forbidden love, became a bridge of unity. From that day forward, the Zulu kingdom was stronger than ever, not because of weapons, but because of the love that healed the wounds of war. And so ends the tale of Thabani and Nomusa. A love that survived betrayal, exile, and bloodshed. A love that changed the course of history. If you believe in the power of love and its ability to unite even the fiercest of enemies, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep the fire of Africa burning in your heart.